Hi folks, how you doing? This is Iqbal with financial analysis. Some people ask me to do the financial analysis and price assessment on Apple, especially after Warren Buffett sold significant amount of Apple stocks. And we see Apple stock is down after that. In this video, I'm going to present financial analysis on Apple and will do future price assessment accordingly. I encourage you guys to watch this video till the end. Will be a good learning for you. I promise. Now let's get started. You see this table on your screen. I gathered this data from multiple sources. The way I designed this table, I'm using normal calendar, not the fiscal calendar. Starting with the revenue, the latest number they reported was 119.5 billion. Comparing with the previous quarter, the overall trend is up. So good going there. Net income, the latest number 33.9 billion. Comparing with the previous quarter, the number is going up. That's a good sign as well. Now the profit margin percentage, the latest number 28.36 percentage. Comparing with the previous quarter, the overall trend is up. No problem there. Gross margin percentage, latest number 45.87%. Comparing with the previous quarter, the trend is up. No problem there as well. The EBITDA margin percentage, that is earning before interest, taxes, and depreciation. Right now, the latest number 36.1. Comparing with the previous quarter, the trend is up. It's a good sign there as well. So overall, I see the margin for Apple is exceptional comparing with the other companies. Now the PE ratio forward right now, the latest quarter 28.16, comparing with the previous quarter, a little higher than that, but it's perfectly aligned with the historical numbers. We'll talk about PE ratio forward in a bit. Now the free cash flow per share, the latest number 2.42 is higher than the previous quarter, and that is a good sign that tells Apple is able to manage their free cash flow very well in the latest quarter. Now the debt to equity ratio is 1.46. Comparing with the previous quarter, it's down, and that's a good sign as well. Now talking about the EPS, the latest quarter they reported 2.19 versus the projected 2.1. That was 4.29% surprise. In all the previous quarter, they were able to make a surprise, with the exception of just one quarter. In the future quarter projection, next quarter 1.52, and after that 1.32, and then 1.55, and then 2.31. We noticed that early this year the earning projections are not that great, but it's going up later this year, and hoping that next year should go up as well. Now the most important thing, P ratio. Let's talk about it. See this table? I have the EPS forward that is based on this quarter and next three quarters EPS combined. EPS trailing 12 months, that is this quarter and last three quarters combined. Then I calculate the P ratio according to the trailing 12 months EPS, and then I calculate the P ratio forward according to forward EPS. Okay, I have the Friday adjusted close and the previous days as well, just to have a comparison. So overall, the stock price is going down last week, and also the P ratio. Now let's see if the P ratio at this point is too high or too low comparing with the previous quarter. Let's take a look. Last four quarters average, the P ratio was 28.25. So right now, the P ratio is 27.62, is little lower than the historical last four quarters average. And that is a good sign that tells right now the Apple stock is little undervalued. Now let's make an assessment for the future stock prices for Apple. So I have listed here minimum, average, and maximum stock price for Apple. I'm going to show you the calculation how I did that. So starting with the average stock price for Apple is the formula says H4, that is forward EPS, then multiplying with P25, that is this guy, the average value. So this is the average value of the forward P ratio for last 12 quarters, So last 12 quarters, according to the earning release date for that quarter, I designed this table just to be consistent. For example, the latest quarter, they released the earning on February the 1st. So I calculate the forward P on that date for that quarter. And same thing with the previous quarter. So the average value for the forward P for the latest quarter is 26.83. I'm putting this formula and then multiplying with 036. That is this guy. Basically, I'm trying to calculate the earnings surprise for all the 12 previous quarters. The formula here is actual minus projected divided by projected. So B30 minus B32 divided by B32. And same thing for the other quarters. Okay. So the median value for the earnings surprise for last 12 quarters is 0.055. I'm using it here. 1 plus 036, that will make 1 plus 0.055, that is 1.055. So that gives the average stock price 186.73. Now calculating the minimum stock price, the same formula, multiplying with H4, that is forward EPS, and then multiplying with 025, that is the minimum value of the last 12 quarters of the forward PE, 23.77, and then I'm multiplying it with 1. Here I'm assuming that Apple will be able to just meet the earning estimate, okay, to calculate the minimum stock price. So that gives 156.89. Now the maximum stock price, same formula, EPS forward, H4, okay, then Q25, that is this guy, the maximum value of the forward P for last 12 quarters, and then multiplying it with 036, and that's a median value for the earnings surprise for last 12 quarters. Okay, so that makes 1.055. So multiplying all these three factors, that gives Apple stock maximum price is 201.49. So right now the Apple is at 182.31 on Friday close, little lower than the average. That tells that Apple stock may be at this point undervalued, right? So maybe a good buying opportunity for you guys. But if you want to wait it further, that's also fine. This tells that there is some room and potential for Apple stock to go higher in the future. But there is one caveat here. You see, the EPS projected for next quarter and the following quarter is down. So Apple can be under pressure in this quarter as well. So need to be cautious. So that's all about Apple stock price assessment using the financial. So guys, this is my method of calculating the stock price. If you agree or disagree, let me know in the comment section and get back to you as soon as possible. We'll have an interactive discussion. I hope you like this video. Thanks for watching. Talk to you more next week. Take care.